So today we are going to talk about significant figures. While calculating the final result of an experiment, it usually involves adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing the results of various types of measurements. It's very important that uncertainty in the final result is known correctly. So scientists indicate the precision of their measurements by the number of digits they report. So the digits, those are reported, they are called significant figures. Now what are significant figures? How you will define them? So significant digits in a measurement include all the known digits and the last digit that is estimated. So let's try to understand with the help of this example. Suppose twice weight lies between 2.5 pounds and 2.6 pounds and you estimate it to be 2.56 pounds. Now, the number in this estimated measurement, there are three digits. So the first two digits, 2 and 5, they are known with certainty. However, the last digit, that is a 6, it is uncertain and it has been estimated and it varies from person to person. For you, it is 6. For some other people, it might be 5, it might be 7 or even 8. So this digit varies. Okay. However, all the three digits, they are able to convey the useful information and they are called significant digits, significant figures. So in this measurement, there are three significant digits. So significant digits, they are certain digits and the last digit that is estimated. So basically, they reflect the precision of measurement. So there are certain rules for recognizing the significant figures. So first rule, some digits which are always significant. So all non-zero digits, that is 1 to 9, they are always significant, and captive zeros, they are always significant. So what are captive zeros? Captive zeros are those zeros which occur between non-zero digits. For example, in 506, so here this 0 is a captive 0, so it would be added, it would be counted. So there are three significant figures in this number. Okay, so the first rule is all non-zero digits, numbers 1 to 9 and captive zeros, they are significant, always significant. Next, those which are never significant, these are leading zeros. These leading zeros, they simply indicate the position of decimal point. They are never significant. So when you read a number from left to right, they occur left to the non-zero digit. They are never significant. For example, in this number 0.02, here these two zeros, that is 0.0, these two digits, they are leading zeros. They won't be counted. Okay, so there is only one significant digit in this number. Similarly, in this example, 0.00043, these zeros, these are the leading zeros, they don't count. So there are only two significant figures in this number. Okay, so second rule is leading zeros. The leading zeros, they are never significant. They simply indicate the position of decimal point. So third rule, those which are sometimes significant. So this is a little bit trickier. These are trailing zeros. So trailing zeros occur right to the non-zero digit. They are significant when there is a decimal point in the number, and they are not significant when decimal point is absent. So let's try to understand it. Suppose you write 100 like this, 100. Okay, and then 100 with 100 with the decimal point, and then third 100.00. Okay, so all they have same numerical value. However, they have the different number of significant figures. So 100 with no decimal point. So there is no decimal point. It means you won't count the trailing zeros. So there is only one significant figure. 100 with the decimal point, trailing zeros will be added. So there are three significant digits. Okay, so 100.00 trailing zeros will be added because there is a decimal point. So there are five significant figures in this number. Okay, so now you will wonder the basic idea behind this. So they actually are conveying the precision of your measurement. Suppose you are measuring 100 ml of water and you write 100 like this. Okay, then it conveys that your volume of water is roughly equal to 100 ml. You might have used some beaker or some flask in the measurement of this volume. However, if you are writing your volume like 100.00, then it indicates that this volume is exactly equal to 100 ml and you must have used some precise lab equipment in the measurement of this volume. Okay, so basically they reflect the precision of your measurement, how much precise you are in your measurement, how precise equipment, lab equipment you have used in your measurement. Okay, so third rule, trailing zeros significant when decimal point is there in the number, not significant when decimal point is absent. Now fourth rule, exact numbers and defined constants, they are assumed to have an infinite number of significant figures. Okay, so for example, circumference of the circle, which is 2 pi r. So in this formula, 2 is an exact number and it is assumed to have an infinite number of significant figures. Additionally, if the number is expressed in the form of exponential notation, then the exponential term, it doesn't add to the number of significant figures. For example, if your number is 2.03 times 10 to the 5th, then the exponential term, this 10 to the 5th, it does not add to the number of significant figures. Okay, so you will only count the number of significant figures like this, 203. So there are three significant figures in this number. So these are certain rules for recognizing or for counting the significant figures in your measurements. So do practice them and let me know if you have any problem. And in next video, we'll talk about calculations using significant figures.